Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Hi, I'm DKWILL. This is DKWILL Talk About It. I'm going to ask you, hey, listen up. Watch the video till it's over. Don't forget to smash the like button. And on your way out, make sure you subscribe. Even hit the bell and notifications so you'll know when I put another video out. I don't promise a video every day, but I promise when I make one, I have something to say. Because see, this is DKWILL Talk About It. And what I'm going to talk about is this article here. Put out yesterday, July 25th, 2025, it says a $6 XRP rally is predicted as real world asset tokenization skyrockets 2,260% on the XRP ledger. Now, I am far more excited than the 2,260% increase on real world asset tokenization than I am with the $6 price on XRP. Because real world tokenization, which is a topic of one of my videos, it's what's going to make XRP continue to come into its own. It says here it's based on a popular crypto analyst, Ali Martinez, predicted that XRP will soon hit the $6 mark based on a breakout from a triangle pattern earlier this month. Well, the triangle pattern breakout it did happen. It's clear, and I will say that when I tried to go and look at the charts myself. I wasn't able to make it look as dramatic as this one here, and that's I only have rudimentary efforts here on Coin Market Cap, but you can see where it comes in here, and then it goes up and down, and then you can see what the breakout is really the point on the triangle. And if I bring mine down a little bit, you can see this triangle here forming in the breakout. I couldn't make it look nearly as dramatic as he made it here and this major breakout here. I guess there's smaller segments or something. But like I said, I'm not as excited about that as I am about the surge in tokenization of real world assets on the XRP ledger. Now, why do I feel that way? Because I've said it many times in my prior recent videos that's what's going to have to force the price of XRP up if it's being utilized for those real world assets. And as a consequence, its burn rate is increasing significantly. So, in other words, if we have an increase in real world assets of 2260%, then certainly the utilization rate is also increasing. Activity on the XRP ledger is gaining serious traction. According to a recent report by Token Relations, tokenized real world assets on XRPL have increased by a massive 2,260%, drawing significant attention from institutions seeking real utility beyond just price speculation. And that's where the money happens, folks. Like the other video I did where the gentleman said there's a slush fund sitting aside that I got from the Working Money channel, waiting for $6 trillion of institutional money to flow in. And when that happens, $6 is going to be a joke. And speaking of which, on the real world assets, I did make a prior video about that. I will put the card for that video in the upper right hand corner right about now. But the reason I say I'm not so excited about the $6 as I am the 2,260% increase on the XRP ledger is because this same analyst, we'll call him, had another article written about what he said. And it says a key XRP bullish indicator flashes a 630% surge in XRP price value could be witnessed. Now, this article is actually from today, the 26th, but it says here that this person, Ali, same gentleman as before, the last time the MVRV ratio flashed a golden cross, XRP soared 630%. That signal just appeared again. Now, if you read this article, which I'm not going to read it, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to read portions of it. It says here that according to the data from CoinGecko, XRP soared by 36%, crossing the 341 mark for the first time since January 2018. We know we were there for that. We know it's gone as high as $3.66. Another interesting fact here is notably XRP's market cap has surpassed the $200 billion mark, with gains from the past 24 hours exceeding 8%, further positioning the asset ahead of its close competitors. Now, keep that in mind, 8%. Now, what I'd like to say too before I move on from this point is the $200 billion. There was a time back in maybe 2019 or so when the entire market was struggling for 200 and $300 billion. And now that's XRP's market cap. So that's a progression of the crypto market industry as a whole. Is phenomenal because now it's pushing $4 trillion as a market cap, coming surpassing that and hovering around that, bouncing back and forth as the market does. But it does say at report time, XRP, which now retreated from its recently attained all-time high, is trading for 291. The altcoin has remarkably emerged as the highest gainer with the top 10 category within the top 10 category. I'm sorry, I'm talking too fast. With gains for the past 7 days totaling 33.81% at this time. Now, we've talked about 8% and we've talked about 33.81%. We've talked about the phenomenal gains. And I said I'm not excited about the $6 because here it says the $4 price mark has become a new target for key players. However, market participants stated that other things. We're not going to get into that. And that's my point. Price marking like that is so futile to me. But when you think about the potential for a 630% surge, I did the math. And a 630% surge on the price where it's currently at, which is about $3.18, would take it to a price of $23.21. So you can see why I'm not too excited about the $6 or the $4. Of course, it's great, it's nice to watch it, and it's beautiful, but XRP has so much value stored up in it, and that's the reason I'm more excited about the 2260% on XRPL. At this point, I'd like to make a public service announcement for those of us who are in the XRP community. And that public service announcement is based on this article again from July 26th, where the Ripple CEO sounds alarm. If you're an XRP investor, you should see this. And what it is Brad Garlinghouse has issued a serious warning to XRP investors amidst a surge in scam activity targeting investors across social media platforms like YouTube. The alert follows increasing reports of fraudulent accounts impersonating Ripple and its executives with the aim of tricking users into sending their XRP. Folks, it's proliferating out there and it's not uncommon, but now we're really getting close to the real big bang, and you really need to get your gorilla grip on your XRP. Do not let greed take you out of this picture, because you can try to send it. There's some that are promising yields on XRP, and I tried to vet one and I couldn't. So if you want to vet one and you want to send your XRP somewhere new at this late in the game, that's a crazy thing to do. It says on July 23rd, Garlinghouse took to social media to raise the alarm on the sharp rise in XRP scams. Well, how good are you to decide what's a scam and what's not? Here's what's not a scam: where you already have your XRP, where you've already moved your XRP around, your private wallets where you've put your XRP, the exchanges that you've been using XRP, even though they play games too. So if the legitimate businesses are playing games, and that includes Coinbase, and that includes Uphold. I've given my experience with Uphold where they arbitrarily snatched some of my XRP to cover a trade that I made. And I've shown in one of my videos how Coinbase notoriously has system issues whenever the money's about to move. And now, to try to remove that stigma, they're planning ahead for August 2nd with a potential 3-hour maintenance. How are you going to give a 3-hour maintenance right at the start of the market? Think about that, folks. So if they're giving you issues, what do you think these scammers are doing? Put your XRP back in your wallet, get your gorilla grip, and don't be greedy. That's my public service announcement. They are even calling you on the phones, and they won't even talk to you about XRP, but they're calling you on the phones because the technology is so good that if they can get you on that phone long enough, they can do some kind of techno, who knows what kind of business on your phone too. Be careful. Don't answer no strange potential spams. Don't answer no unknown calls. Be careful. Certainly do not take your XRP out at this late in the game and send it to some new fly-by night. I have one particularly in mind, but I don't want to get sued for being wrong about it. But I know it came up in our group, and I had to warn everybody, be careful. So if Brad Garlinghouse is saying that he's not doing it, don't believe a video that has him saying that he is. If Ripple is saying that they're not doing it, don't believe an offer or video that says that they are. They are not, folks. That's my public service announcement. And that's about all I have to talk about. It's very exciting to see that there's a 2,260% increase of real world asset tokenization skyrocketing on the XRP ledger. It's real exciting to see that there's a 630% surge indicator, that a bullish indicator that flashed for the XRP price value that could be ahead. And it's very cautious to see that the Ripple CEO himself is sounding the alarm. We know that we can't depend on YouTube to clean it up. They only mess with people like me to shut us up. But I'm still DK Will, and I will still talk about it. And this is Talking About It. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.